after finding gold on the southern parts of Mount Kenya, we were thrilled to keep on exploring and see what else is around there. After checking out many satellite pictures, we found a couple of interesting runs in the eastern part of the volcano. And I mean, no crew of Kayaks has ever gone that far east, but the pictures looked very promising, so we decided to go for it. Especially two rivers on the eastern side raised our interest, the Mutonga River and the Nifi River. Both these rivers had pretty promising characteristics in terms of rock formation, trips feeding the river, and also gradient, so we were thrilled to go over there and check them out. Arriving at our takeout of the Mutonga River, we came across like a huge building site thing, which was very interesting to see. We started the drone from there, flew it up as far as we could, and we got a few glimpses on the drone, and what we could see from there looked so promising that we decided to just drive up the next morning and put on the upper gorges and just explore on the way down and hopefully end up on that building site. The Mutonga started off pretty easy, some kind of class 3 continuous whitewater, but slowly but surely started digging itself deeper and deeper into the volcanic rock, creating countless 10 to 20 foot booths and many fun rapids to be run. Pretty much every single time we got to a horizon line, I was kind of expecting some kind of manky rapid or portage, because that's how it usually goes with first descents. But pretty much all of the time, it was just another thumbs up or just good to go, and we could just rally down more awesome rapids and small booths. So the Mutonga kept on delivering the goods, more booths, more cool moves, until we got to the final double drop under a bridge at the takeout, which we finished in glorious style with so many workers being next to the river on top of the bridge, just watching us, wondering what we were doing there. But yeah, it was all good lines down, really fun rapid to be run. We all agreed that this is just as much another classic as the Niamindi, and we would definitely go back up and do it again. But it was time to move on. We wanted to go check out the second drainage, which raised our interest, the Nifi River. The Nifi River seemed very similar to the Mutonga in terms of rock formation, gradient, all that kind of stuff. So we drove over, did a similar thing again there, checked out a few spots from the road we could see through the drone, where just to get an idea, see what was going on, and decided to drop in the highest up gorge possible and just started exploring from there. The Nifi started off in a very narrow gorge with more small moves, cool moves around, but always in a pretty narrow gorge. It wasn't that particularly hard. I think the Nifi could be one of the best class 4 rivers when you wanted to experience that kind of expedition kayaking, but not in like crazy class 5 conditions. I think the Nifi River would be the one. It kept on going, again, more cool moves, just cruising down the way. And on satellite image we saw one potentially huge waterfall we couldn't wait to go check out ourselves. Eventually we arrived at that spot. Unfortunately it was only like a 20-foot waterfall, which just looked way taller from satellite image. Nonetheless, we ran that. It was a fun one. Good lines down. Again, locals were around, couldn't believe what they were seeing, and they were like really confused. What were these Westerners doing out there with their kayak things and what's going on? Pretty funny interactions there. But then past that 20-footer, the Nifi remarkably changed its character. It became way more manky. Some portages came up. Lots of mank moves, southeast kind of style. I'm sure Dane loved it. Me in particular, not so much. It was lots of wiggling through rocks, bouncing down rocky slides, stuff like that, until eventually the entire river just went underground and was gone. So that's exactly the point where we decided to hike out.
River, rock.
Back up to the dirt road, find our driver, and yeah, do it all over again. Fill up the van, drive around some more, check out some more drainages. We did scout a few other rivers, but nothing seemed to be too promising to be worth our time. So we checked again the weather maps. It seemed like there was a big rainstorm coming in back towards the southern parts where Sagana is, the Niamindi is, the Fiba is. All these runs we had previously discovered. So we decided to head back there and enjoy our last week of kayaking back in Sagana.